Welcome, 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 welcome to another episode of Mujer de Exito Unbounded, Woman of Success Without Limits. That's what it means. Welcome, everybody. If you're watching me on this live video cast, welcome to the podcast. If you're listening to me on your favorite channel of podcasts, wherever you're listening, Apple Podcasts, Good Pod, Podbean, wherever you're listening, I just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you for joining me. Welcome to this episode. Today is spicy. Today is spicy and spicy because it really digs down deep. You know, it's kind of into, if you know a jalapeno, it actually, you got to go all the way inside to grab all the seeds. Anyway, that's what we're talking about today. The one emotion that's holding you back from success. You, Mujer-Preneur, you, the Latina entrepreneur, you, the bilingual woman entrepreneur. And remember, here's what I want to clarify before I go any further. Just because you're Latina doesn't mean you have to be bilingual. That's why I say Latina Mujer-Preneurs, because I'm bilingual. That doesn't mean that you have to, do have to be. My cousins, I love them very much. They're all Mexicans. In fact, they lived in TJ, but their parents were a little bit different, and they're monolingual, and that's okay. So, welcome everybody. If you're just joining us to Mujer de Exito Unbounded, bienvenidas, amigas, chulas, reinas. This month is really important for me. It's really wakening up my spirit of helping you. And today we're talking about the one emotion that's holding you back from success as a Latina entrepreneur, as a mujerpreneur, and also as a bilingual entrepreneur. What is that thing that's holding you back, right? And that's so critically important, really, really important. And you can see my mic right here. Guys, let me just stop. Side note, sometimes I get so caught up in the teaching that I forget that this is about me being raw and real. And this is about all my guests being raw and real. And so one of the things I'm just really excited about is that I ordered my new podcast setup, my new mic, my new, you know, the little, what's it called? All, if anybody out there is a DJ, you know what I'm talking about. It's got it's got the console with the little things, and it's just going to be so exciting. So hopefully by the next time you hear the next episode, and I'm going to actually do it here on YouTube so you can watch me. We're going to play with this, all right? Why? Because I want to be raw and real, which is the opposite of today's talk. Today's talk is the one emotion that's holding you back from your success, my friends, amigas, is insecurity. La emoción que te está deteniendo de tu éxito es la inseguridad. As a Latina entrepreneur, let me just ask you, have you ever felt like you're not good enough? Like you're not smart enough or experienced enough or young enough or too old? If any of those resonate with you, I want you to know one thing. Quiero que sepas una cosa. No estás sola. You are not alone in this entrepreneurial roller coaster, because that's what it is. It's an entrepreneurial roller coaster. It's like my cousin, who I was going through some legal matters and I had to hire an attorney, and he said to me, I remember he said to me, "Baby, get in the car, hold on, because we're going to go through that legal roller coaster." Well, The entrepreneurial roller coaster is even bigger. It's even bigger. Está más grande, ¿ok? Así es que agárrense, mijitas, porque ahí vamos, right? So, if you've ever felt those feelings, I want you to know that you're not alone. No estás sola. Insecurity is the one emotion, amigas, it's the one emotion that's holding you back. It is holding you back, and it is holding your other people you're networking with, your Latina friends. It's holding us back. And I say us porque me echo también en la olla, right? All of us. It is holding us back. Many Latinas, it's holding us, many Latinas, from achieving our full potential as entrepreneurs. I have a beautiful friend, and she happens to be a San Diego attorney, and she's a former San Diego judge, Latina. And I hope she says yes. I'm going to ask her to come on the show because she's an entrepreneur now. And I just want you to know that it's so easy for you to feel like you have to be perfect. Todo el tiempo estamos allí como cuchillito de palo con nosotras mismas diciendo, tengo que ser perfecta. No puede salir esto hasta que no sea perfecto. You're constantly hustling. Are you there with me? You're constantly hustling to prove yourself and your worth to the world. But you don't have to prove it. Amigas, I'm here. This is Marti Angel, your host here at the Mujer de Exito Unbounded podcast, telling you you don't have to be perfect. You have worth without being perfect. But the one emotion that's holding you back from success is fear, which leads to insecurity. And that's what we're talking about today. We're talking about those insecure feelings that all of us, women of color, las negritas, cucurumbe, anybody, women of color, entrepreneurship for women of color, for us, entrepreneurship can be especially daunting. We face unique challenges and biases that our white counterparts don't have to contend with. And on top of that, amigas, we're often told that we need to prove ourselves more than anyone else. We need to prove ourselves more than anyone else. And all of this can lead to feelings of insecurity and self-doubt. And all of us are trying to fight those feelings. But here's the thing. I want you to know, quiero que tú sepas, escúchenme, pay attention. If you're out doing something else, come back to me. Here's the thing. You are good enough. You are smart enough. You are experienced enough to be that successful Latina entrepreneur that you have always wanted to be. No dejes que tus inseguridades te detengan. Don't let your insecurities hold you back. And especially don't let them hold you back from pursuing your dreams. We have dreams. You know, the other day, now here's the little bird walk, but the other day, somebody said to me, oh my gosh, you're past 55. So then you're pretty much done. You don't even have any dreams that you need to get to. And I was like, say what? Say what? I don't know what it is about people. They think that when you get to the age of 55 or at that point, I mean, this is the same thing I got from my students when I was 25 and they were 18. They were like, oh, you're old. You don't have anything to live for. I kid you not. Why do we do that? I don't know. But let me tell you, I'm here to tell you, you have what it takes to succeed. Tú tienes lo que necesitas para ser exitosa. I promise. And like I said before, I don't make promises I can't keep. You have got what it takes. There's only one person in the world that can do things the way you do them. You know who that is? You. You. That's it. Nada más hay una persona. Escúchenme bien. Nada más hay una persona que pueden hacer las cosas como ustedes pueden hacerlo, como tú puedes hacerlo. ¿Quién es esa persona? Tú, eres tú. Like the song says, eres tú, como el agua de mi fuente. The effects of insecurity on Latinas in business, my friends, in the United States are many. Latinas, I will say it now, I will say it again, I will repeat it over and over and over. Latinas, we are the fastest growing group of entrepreneurs. I don't care if you identify yourself as Mexican, Colombian, Puerto Rican, Dominican, whatever it is. Latinas, you are the fastest growing group of entrepreneurs, and them banks better wake up, and those microfinance lending companies better wake up, because we are a force to be contended with. Somos mujeres de éxito, unbounded, right? So somebody asks, what is a mujer de éxito unbounded? You are. If you're listening to this, you are, or you know somebody that is. Unbounded means without limits, right? However, as a Latina entrepreneur, we face many challenges that our male counterparts do not. As a Latino and a Latina, if you put us side by side, we as Latinas have a bigger hurdle to jump over. One of the biggest challenges, though, is what I'm talking about today. It is that insecurity. Uno de los más grandes retos para nosotros es ganarle a la inseguridad. Insecurity, my friends, can manifest itself in many ways. So you're probably going to say to me, maybe I'm not insecure. But we need to understand that insecurity can manifest itself in many ways. For example, a Latina entrepreneur may feel like she's not good enough, or that she doesn't have what it takes to be successful. She may also feel like she has to prove herself more than her male counterparts, more than her male colleagues. And all of these insecurities can have a negative impact on Latina entrepreneurs, as I said before. These things cause us to doubt ourselves, doubt our abilities, which can actually hinder us. So we have to take the bull by the horns and heal this insecurity, because this can actually lead to being insecure can actually lead to making poor business decisions. Now let me say it in Spanish. Teniendo esa inseguridad, nos puede afectar en hacer decisiones en nuestros negocios que no nos ayudan. Yes, that's true. Additionally, all of this stress and anxiety can take a toll on your physical and mental health. So, mujercitas, amigas chulas, hermosas, take care of your health, because I promise you, if you don't have your health, you don't have anything. You don't have anything. Now, I have a health story. You all know I'm a 2-time cancer survivor and a 3rd-time scare. So I'm going to save that for another episode. But it's important for us to, as Latinas, to recognize that these negative effects of insecurity and are harming our health, and we need to work on overcoming them. So now you're probably going to ask me, me van a preguntar, ¿y cómo puedo salir adelante y dejar estas inseguridades atrás? How can I leave them behind me? And why are we as Latinas especially prone to insecurity? Well, let me share with you. As a Latina woman entrepreneur myself, I'm especially prone to insecurity. I'm bilingual, and I often feel like I have to prove myself in both English and Spanish. Bam! There it is. We are sweet spot right there. Bam! Or should I say sour spot? Bam! You have that thing that you think you need to prove yourself in English and in Spanish. I know I do. When I speak my Spanish, it's like, ooh, did I say that right? If I speak my English, ooh, did I say that in the right context? We are constantly judging ourselves, which means that as a mujer-preneur that I am constantly hustling to prove that I can do it, that I can be a successful mujer-preneur. And I know that you're feeling that too, because to be an entrepreneur is not for the faint of heart. It's for somebody that wants to continue. It's that long haul. But despite all these insecurities, here's what I found. I found, mujeres, amigas, that there is strength in numbers. Hay un poder en los números. When I connect with other Latina entrepreneurs, with my team, I realized that we're all going through the same thing. And it makes me feel like I can do this because they're doing it, and I'm watching them, and I'm commingling with them, and it's making me feel exhilarated because I'm helping them and they're helping me. And I realize that we're all going through the same thing. We're all hustling to make our businesses work, while also trying to navigate a sometimes, or maybe a lot of times, a very hostile world. So, amigas, pat yourself on the back, dense un abracito, un fuerte abrazo, because you're doing it, lo estás haciendo, lo estás navegando el mar de ser emprendedora. So why are we so prone to insecurity though? Well, I think it's because, like I said before, we're often misunderstood. We are misunderstood. We're not just passionate and fiery. If you're a woman of culture, not just a Latina, but just a woman of culture. I know I have a friend who's she comes from Iran and she speaks Farsi, and I want to say that she's just as passionate and fiery as me, a Latina. But mujeres, somos bien apasionadas y somos muy fuertes. We're also strong and capable businesswomen, and that fire and that passion is what helps us to overcome the insecurity, to achieve the success as a Latina woman, as a mujer-preneur. And it's especially essential to understand how to manage and work through insecurity in order to achieve the success that you've always wanted. Amigas, chulas, insecurity can present itself in different ways, like I said before. And let me remind you, If you have a doubt that you are able to run your business successfully, if you ever feel like you're not good enough, and you compare yourself to other entrepreneurs, mujeres, you are in need of overcoming that insecurity. But the key to overcoming that insecurity is to first identify the root cause of your doubts and fears. Once you know what's causing your insecurity, una vez que sabes qué es lo que está causando tu inseguridad, you can begin to work on addressing those issues. Puedes empezar a trabajar con eso. For instance, if you're insecure about your ability to run a successful business, maybe start by talking to some other business women, other Latinas, or take some courses or read some books on entrepreneurship or coach up. Okay, shameless plug. I would love to be your coach. Here I am, Marti Angel, your Latina biz coach. Shameless plug. Or if you're worried that you're not as good as other entrepreneurs, try networking with other women. Try networking with other mujer-preneurs and attending industry events. I promise you that it's critically important that you attend industry events. Whatever industry you're in, network marketing, real estate, digital marketing, social media, brick and mortar businesses. You've got to attend events and you've got to coach up. We can't do this by ourselves. I'm sorry. I have a very powerful coach and I love her dearly. My words for you are Latina entrepreneurs are some of the most passionate and driven women in business. Mis palabras para ti es que te acuerdes que eres una mujer, que tienes mucha pasión, mucha visión. No dejes que tus inseguridades te paren, te pongan el alto a tu negocio. Don't let your fears hold you back from achieving your dreams. No, amigas chicas, it's too easy to say, oh, well, I tried. I'm going to tell you to do it again, baby. Do it again. Do it again. Why? Because practice makes permanent. Practice makes you, it doesn't make, I want you to drop the term practice makes perfect. No, you practice so that it makes it permanent in your head. Right? All right, mujeres, chicas hermosas, once again, let me say how incredibly grateful I am for each and every one of you. If you're viewing this on the video podcast episode here on my YouTube channel, Coach Marti Angel, or if you are a listener to the podcast and you're listening to this on the Mujer de Exito Unbounded podcast, the audio version, I want to say gracias. Estoy muy agradecida. So, remember, if you're watching this video cast, please remember to hit the bell to subscribe so you'll never miss out on my weekly podcast shows. Mujer de Exito Unbounded. What does it mean? It means woman of success without limits. And if you're listening to this podcast episode at your wherever you are listening to your favorite shows, please remember to download the show so that you can listen to it at your leisure. And then once you're done listening to it, you can delete it once you're done. Yeah. So remember, and then everybody, it would make me so happy if you follow me on the social media channels that I am the same everywhere, and I'm everywhere, at Marti Angel _ ELC, Empowering Latina Coach, right? ELC stands for Empowering Latina Coach. Marti with an I because Marti with a Y is a guy. So at Marti Angel underscore ELC. And I would love it if you slide in. If you're on Instagram or if you're on TikTok, slide into my DMs and say hello. Say, hey, Marti, I heard your podcast. I'm listening, baby. So I would love that. Así es que síganme en todos los canales de social media, Marti Angel underscore ELC, y déjenme un mensaje. I hope that you found value in today's episode. If so, share it and tell people to come and listen to Mujer de Exito, Unbounded, Woman of Success Without Limits. And I will see you, or you will hear me, next week. As always, have a beautiful day. Mujeres chulas, hermosas, que tengan un buen día. Namaste.